get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second down, Prescott. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Start there. Over there. Start there.
A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former first-rounder, Barkevious Mingo. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
3rd and long for Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And now running right through it. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. Big jumbo. Big jumbo. Big jumbo. Check 50. Check 50. 315.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
14. 19. Good done. 4 down. 4 down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Wilson underneath to Davis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. Gotta go.
Here's Carson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go, 14. All right, ladies.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Look for signals. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Fleming. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. Elliott. He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body. But Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Running with Elliott. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw from his end zone. Looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Now the try here for the extra point. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. See how they attack them here. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 2nd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys rush. Offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
47.
Prescott now on second down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking left sideline, it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, nice move. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Carson, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Wilson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off off right around the 43. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Swing to the right. To the right.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey. Tempo. Hang out. Bam.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 41 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 2nd down. And a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
It's coming now.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, Zeke's having a great game here, Charles, in the second half. What was the difference rookie season to second season? Because he went from 5.1 yards per carry to 4.1.
Well, inconsistency. Remember, his second year, Zeke was in and out of the lineup a little bit, as well as his offensive line, where the front 5 pretty much played the entire way his rookie year. Last year, there were guys in and out of the lineup due to injuries as well. Not the same continuity.
Well, things are clicking here in this one for him. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As huge a threat as Ezekiel Elliott is with the ball in his hands in the run game, I have to believe that the Cowboys want to continue to expand him in the passing game. Excellent hands, can run nice routes. They don't just have to throw it to him on screens either. They can make him an integral part of the passing game and increase their offense.
58 catches through his first 2 years, so you expect that total to go up.
I think that he can get 58 catches in 1 year if they choose to concentrate on it.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check 50, check 50. 14, 14. 14.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson, incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Move 15. Right here. Check 51. Check 51.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gotta go.
To throw on second down. Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
14. Shotgun.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Shotgun. Front left, front left.
Wilson to throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Hey, swing. We're going to 54.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Here we go, 47.
They go with Chubb on second down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go, 46, 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We're going to 54. Why? It's coming now. 26.
First down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. Able to push his way through. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
47, 47. 26.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go, 46.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need it? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson operating from the gun. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
Prescott now, escaping the pressure right. And he fends him off. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on 3rd down. They nearly got him. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've lost.
Sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Wilson, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
380. Check. Tempo. 12.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.